Hello, I'm just testing. Can anybody hear me?
Hello, I'm just testing.
Jesus, I need to turn that down. Can anybody hear me?
Hello, I'm just testing.
Jesus, I need to turn that down. Can anybody hear me?
Hello, I'm just testing.
Jesus, I need to turn that down. Ah, that's better. I'm a little early, so I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes till 7 o'clock before I start talking too much. I hope you're all well. Let's see who's in early doors. Hello, Colouring View. Colouring View, what is your name, my lovely? Because you are so supportive to all of the creators. I feel like when I thank you, I should be using your actual name. So what's your name, Colouring View? Hi, Adri. Hello, Holly. Oh, it's nice to have friends in chat. Hello, Christina. I've been chatting to you earlier this week, I think, haven't I, Christina? Hello, Angela. Hi, Marissa. Oh, I don't think we've spoken beyond the comments on my channel. It's really good to see you. Stacey, hi. You've recently joined the collaboration, haven't you? Sorry, my hands out here. I've got my laptop that way, so I'm kind of leaning over that way, but I'll be here very soon. Who else have we got in? Emma Wheeler, hi. Emma, do you know what I've got here? Look, I'll show you. You won't be able to read it, but your name's on this little post-it note. I don't know whether you can see that. And that is because I fell in love with your dark skin combo, and I've got do you remember you gave me your combo for that dark skin that you did when we did that page in Ocean to Stars together? I've still got it stuck on my little board here, and I plan to use it when I'm practicing for, we've got World Africa Day on 25th of May, so that's one of my spring challenges, and I want to work on doing black and dark skin because I've never really attempted it. So I'm going to start with your combo. Hi, Spooky Wife. Hello. If I call you by your handle and you want to tell me your name, I would absolutely love that, because I do tend to remember when I get a name. It saves me sounding silly calling you Spooky Wife. Hi, Tamara. Hello. Yoo-hoo. I am here, guys. I'm just leaning over looking at my laptop. My husband's not home from work yet, but I'm hoping when he does come in, he said he's going to help me keep an eye on chat, because once I start, creating my masterpiece, I don't know how much I'll be able to see you, what's going on in chat, if you're going to stick around, that is. Listen, do not feel that you have to stay either. I know people are busy and you might do other things on a Wednesday night. I'm just really chuffed if you've dropped in. For me, these spring challenges are all about me challenging myself and just inviting you to join me. If you join me, it's brilliant. Even if you're just listening or watching. But I'd love it if anybody were creating art alongside me tonight in any way. Tamara, I'm going to do a still life. It's not exciting, I know that, but I've got a photograph of some veg, which I'll show you soon. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes for people to join, but I'll show you what I'm working on and what things I'm using. But I'm not going to be, I'll tell you this much, I'm not going to be using anything I've ever done anything with before. I've only used this media tonight for backgrounds, so it's going to be interesting. You might be able to see them on screen anyway. Look, they're there, the bottom corner. Who else have we got in? Have I missed anybody giving me the name? See, I ask a question and don't blooming listen to answer half at time, me. So just remember, if you feel like you're missing chat or you feel like people aren't hearing you in chat, just check that you, on the option above the chat box, you're on live chat or all messages or whatever it is. If you're on top chat, I think you just see the highlights. So I've changed mine to live chat because you see everything on that option. Hi, Melanie. good to see. I love all these names that are familiar to me. It's lovely to see what, what I consider friends is like. Nice to have friends in an audience, isn't it? Hi, Autumn. Autumn, can I just tell you, she must cringe every time I mention her, but Autumn is an actual artist, an illustrator, as her name would tell you. Autumn Fesperman Illustration. Autumn's got a wonderful channel, and she'll be ready for me pronouncing it or calling it by the wrong name again, as I usually do. Autumn's channel is called, I'm going to go with Autumn, My Artful Life, or it could be This Artful Life. So just correct me in the chat, please, Autumn. Your channel, you are an actual artist too. Well, I was going to open up a discussion tonight about art and what we think the definition. I mean, I'm happy to open that chat up now. What do we think the definition of art is? That's a big one. But also, what makes an artist? So do you think an artist is somebody who is earning a living from their art? Do you think an artist is somebody who enjoys art as a large part of their life? Do you think an artist is anybody who's any good at it? Or do you think an artist is anybody who just, like a lot of us, we just dabble here and there, don't we? We try as best. Oh, you can hear me twice. Can anybody else hear me twice? I've got the sound off my laptop and I'm just using my phone as a mic, so I don't have like a double mic. Does anybody hear me twice apart from Melanie? Yeah, I drew some tomatoes once very well, Autumn, and I'll show you. Do you know, I always show this picture because I am dead proud of it. But for any newer people who've not seen it, this was my first page. Well, not page. First thing I created with my polychromos. So this is some tomatoes I actually grew in my garden the year before last, and I took a photograph of them in a steel bowl on my decking after I'd picked them. And then this is a sketch I did, and then obviously with coloured pencils. Can you see that? So yeah, I'm really proud of it, but I ain't gone back to doing anything like that since, but I'd like to. I've got all the right paper and stuff, and obviously I've got a million sets of pencils. Let me just go back to chat and then we'll get started. I just want to see. Oops, sorry, I am here. Just want to check that I'm seeing everything. You don't have to earn a living from art to be an artist. I would agree with you. Making a living from it makes you a professional artist, Autumn says. Greg in the Wild is my husband, so he's somehow in the chat, but he's not here. He's not home from work yet. So I guess he's just introduced himself. I always give him some sort of anonymity, and we just called him Mr. Pens, but that's him there in the chat. I sound delicious as always, my love. Oh, you never say out like that. Greg's really chuffed after his debut on video, on my last video. He's absolutely loved all the comments. Right, let me just get down to the bottom of chat. I'm going to start. So can you tonight, guys, if you're going to stick with me for any length of time and you've got a question, will you just put a capital Q at the start of what you say? And when he's home, he's going to read those questions out and make sure I don't miss anything. So basically anything that you want me to see, just start it with a big Q, even if it's not a question. Them tomatoes took me forever though, Autumn. I don't know how quick an artist would create a picture like that. Somebody asked if they could buy it, but they thought it were on a bigger piece of paper, and it's only, I think, maybe A4. So it's only this big. You saw it yourself, didn't you? But I think they thought it were bigger and they wanted it for the kitchen. So we're like, I could have actually sold something I'd done. That would have been brilliant. Right, so all I'm doing today then, right, let's get started. So today is World Art Day. That's the day today. So if you do create anything and you want to post it tonight, even like if it's just a whip or a little play that you've had, do that under hashtag World Art Day 26. Doesn't matter if you don't. I'm just doing it, so you can join me if you want, or you can just stick around and be good company as always. This is what I'm making for tea tomorrow night. So I'll just make sure you can see this. I hope you can. So this is my kitchen, and there you go. That's my kitchen. Sorry about the ring light. And these are some veg that we've got this week. And tomorrow I'm making Spanish chicken with, like arborio rice, a bit like a paella. But this is some ingredients that I'm not very good at composing ingredients. I think it takes a particular eye for composition. I don't like this garlic here. I'm probably not going to draw that garlic. I just think everything's too perfect. But composition is another thing entirely, isn't it? I'm just an amateur. So I'm going to try and draw this and then colour it with pastel, soft pastel tonight. That's what I'm going to attempt. You might have seen me try using oil pastels. If you're on my Instagram, I had my first go with oil pastels and I produced this, and it's not really finished, but I felt I'd got enough out of it as a practice. It's missing. If I carried on, I would put more detail here in this chopping board, and I need some shadow down here. So my husband said, why didn't you carry on with it? It would have been good. But it's off center a bit as well, but I loved the practice of it. And this bit, I love. This lemon was problematic. I love that I've got this translucency of that lemon. They kind of looked, because the light was behind them, they kind of didn't have a lot of detail. But I love these three veg fruits. So yeah, I want to do a similar thing today, but I'm going to use soft pastels. And I will come back to chat when I've finished yabbering on. I've got these from Montmartre again, so a budget brand of soft pastels. As you can see, they've not really been touched. The only thing I've used them for is scraping. I'll show you an example. Scraping them off with my scalpel like this onto a page and then rubbing it in for a background. So that's all I've ever used them for, and I haven't done that often really. I just want to make sure you guys are all hearing and seeing everything okay. So I'll put this to one side now, but this is what I'm going to be working from. So that's a photograph that I took in my kitchen this week. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be copying, hopefully. So yeah, these are soft pastels. I've never used them for any type of art before. They feel a bit too new, don't they? I wonder if, the surface is so smooth. It don't feel chalky enough. So I wonder if I'd be better breaking them and, like using sort of the centre of them, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm a total amateur. But yeah, I don't know how many's in this box. It's this one. 72. So that's what I'm using. Right, let's get on with it. I will keep looking at chat. Yeah. All right. Okay.
It's me. Rocky.
Shh, Rocky, it's just Daddy. Shh.
It's me.
Sorry about that, guys.
I did warn everybody in chat.
I know, I saw. Just saw.
I know it's me. You wazzock.
Sorry about this interruption, guys. It should be a lot smoother now. So, right, I'm just going to get on with it. I don't know the correct thing to draw when you're doing a pastel painting or pastel picture, but I'm using my Pit Pastel pencils, from Faber-Castell, just to sketch out this loose outline, which I started just as I set up the live. So normally you would, I suppose you would grid out that photograph I've got on the iPad. I would have a grid on it, and then I would grid this, and everything would be placed perfectly. But I'm not too worried about that. I think that helps more if you're doing portraits and, you know, things have to be accurate. So tell me in the chat if you are just keeping me company for now, or if you are actually creating some art this evening. I was talking to Magnetara Pulsar earlier. Mag, I'll call her for short. And I saw what she's been working on, and it's fantastic. So I know she's keeping me company even if she's not speaking. But wow, yeah, I hope she posts that. But what I would say to everybody is this is meant to just encourage you, because you don't have to post what you work on when you have a little play art wise. I know a lot of you guys are colorists through and through, and you don't really have an interest in spreading, you know, sort of taking that further and maybe trying some arty bits yourself, you know, beyond a colouring page, and that's okay too. Never a pressure. If I had fancy live streaming software, I would have been able to put this page on the screen for you, so you could have seen it as well, but I don't have, sadly. So this is just a loose idea of where my main elements are. Can't wait to get on blooming page with pastels. Have you had a good day at work, love?
No, it's been rubbish.
Oh, well, you're home now.
So bear with me. I'm just gonna
You're home now. There's no tea ready for you.
No, I'm going to quickly do my pot noodle, so don't ignore the kettle boiling.
Don't worry. I've not got him his tea ready and nothing.
Can't be a pot noodle after a 13-hour shift.
Don't worry, I'll look after him later. Oh, Emma's starting an art degree in July. That's fantastic, Emma. Oh, I've got a page going in Romantic Country One, Emma. Is that for Jess's collaboration by any chance? I'm not as good as Jess colouring Bumblebee, by the way. I will miss messages. But just know, I don't. If I read something out, it will get read out. It's just I won't always see everything. Only break them if I want a shorter piece. Right, Autumn, I'm on it. Stacey, Rocket says hello back to Harley.
Would you like a drink, love?
I'm good, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, the Hub's just making himself a drink, and then he'll be able to kind of translate any messages or comments. But it's great that you're all talking amongst yourself. Garlic oil. Why do you want me to say garlic oil? Garlic oil. Yeah, I'm in the middle of my page for Jess's collaboration as well. Adria. Yeah, Rocket's really protective. When he hears something, he really thinks we're being invaded, I think. So let's get this boring bit out of the way. I love messing with the colour. So I've got a question for you. Why do you think artists colour in adult colouring books? Because we have a few of them. Tara Tripoli Arts is a fantastic artist. She's getting a lot of enjoyment at the moment out of her colouring books. We have Autumn here, who's an illustrator. What do colouring books give you, Autumn, that your illustrating doesn't? if that's indeed the case. Right, that's enough of that. Let's I'm just gonna get in with some blooming pastels. Right, I'm obviously starting with this big red pepper because you know, I can't resist. No idea what I'm doing with pastels. I hope you guys see that this is me totally encouraging you to have a go. I'm making a spectacle of myself here doing this, so you guys don't have to. You can do it in the comfort of your own privacy if you want. And I'll show myself up for you. So I need something, I need a pad or something, because I feel like these pastels aren't gonna, 1 second. I feel like these pastels have got too much newness on them. It's nice to have your own, love. Right. The hub is settling down now and he's getting in the chat. Ooh, now then.
Get rid of that.
If anybody's a pastel artist out there, do you have your paper flat? Or do you have it on an easel like this? Hello, Serena. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Mag. I was just talking about you. I was just saying that I know you've been working on something and it's looking awesome. And I also saw Artie Crafter. She posted something for World Art Day today and tagged me, which were nice. She's done a couple of arty bits in the past. So I'm conscious of where my light is, but I was gonna leave gaps because I don't know how well I'll cover with white, but we're gonna build up in layers, I think. I'm gonna just focus on this pepper for now, if that's all right with you guys. Don't think I'll get this whole picture done. Most people, when they do something for the first time, I don't understand limits, me. When they do something for the first time, they'll do an apple, just a single apple, won't they? I'm going for a full-on veg board here. This is all ingredients for his tea tomorrow, this, love.
What, we're eating your drawing?
No. That's the wrong kind of red. It's really quite dark, that red. And it's definitely more orangey around this side. So just to remind you, if you want to ask me anything, and it doesn't have to be about art, or it doesn't have to be about what I'm doing tonight, anything you want to ask at all, just start it with a capital Q in the chat, and the old Mr. Pens will read that out for me so I can see it.
I'm not used to this, but are the comments, is the bottom comment the newest or the top comment?
The bottom comment's the newest, and just check at the top. Can you see where it says top chat or live chat?
Yeah, I've already done where it said all messages.
All right, brilliant. So you're seeing everything then. So tell us if you are working on anything, what you're working on, even if it's colouring. I'd love to know.
Marissa asked, how did Rocket get his name?
Rocket got his name because when he was a puppy, when we first picked him up on the way home in the car, we were talking about names, as you do, and we looked at him and we're both fans of Guardians of the Galaxy. We both like a bit of the old, you know, and Marvel stuff. And he looked a bit more like Rocket. So he looked like very raccoony. If I remember, I'll have to pop some pictures on screen in one of my videos. But it looked like Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's where he got his name from.
Serena Colours has asked, how have you been finding your Holbeins and Derwent drawings?
Oh, I love my Holbeins and I love my Derwent drawings. They're quite... The Holbeins are a lot harder, so I would say they are quite different pencils now. Now I'm getting used to them a little bit. my Derwent drawing. Can I just show you something that arrived today? I've decided I'm going to do this in all. This is the... I found this on Vinted. This is the Pictora that I wanted for... out of all the Pictoras, this is the one that I wanted most. A lovely lady pointed out there were one, I think a different version, like a French version in America. I've also got that coming as well from Amazon. I think it was Amazon US. That's coming with my He-Man and She-Ra book. But anyway, I saw this on Vinted and it was so cheap. I just got it as well, just in case that other thing doesn't ever turn up. Because that's sometimes the case with Amazon, isn't it? But this is stunning, and it's obviously a hedgerow scene with so many different sort of animals and wildlife. I think it's going to be full Derwent drawing. I'd love to challenge myself to complete it in, because it's such a fantastic colour palette for nature. That if you're not familiar with these, that they pull out like that, it's a freeze. So I'd love to complete the whole thing. I'd never thought I'd get hold of this, because you don't see it come up often, and it's not, you know, you don't get it new anymore. So yeah, Derwent drawing. I'm in love with Derwent drawing, and the Holbeins I've not had quite as much experience with yet. But I do love them. I think they're the smoothest pencil across any paper that I've tried them on so far. The only thing is, I tried them on what I thought were going to be a safe bet in that new Fantasy World book, which is the same paper as Fairy Tales and Folklore, and I didn't like them in that at all. So I plan to do that merman, or that Poseidon guy. If you've seen that picture of mine, I plan to do that. In Holbeins, and they just felt a bit nasty on that paper, so I'm a bit gutted, because it's known for its paper, that, isn't it? I'm waffling, aren't I? How have you been finding... Oh yes, so we've seen that question. When I use pastels, I keep paper on an easel like you do because of the falling dust. Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah. That's a really good idea. I've just been ignoring it, but I suppose... And is blowing bad? If I blow, will something bad happen if I blow? Oh yeah, Mr. Blue Skies at the start of that film is brilliant. One of my favourite film starts. I'm just trying to see what other colours I can see in shadows, which I've been trying to do more in my colouring a little. So because I'm looking at this tonight as like having a play, enjoying a play, a bit of company with you guys, and if I end up with something that's like a half done picture at the end, I'll be quite happy with that. So yeah, what do I do with this dust then, peeps? So you would have had a piece of paper there. That would have been a good idea, because it is staining the paper. So can I just blow that off? It's not really advisable, is it? I think I need to over up.
What's up, Rocket Lad?
Stacey's asking how people order from Japan and America. I just type in Google Amazon Japan, and I type in Google Amazon US, and it texts me and it says, do you want to change to Amazon US? And I say yes. And then when I want to go back to Amazon UK, I just put in Google Amazon UK. And I've put in orders now. I've ordered from both Amazon US and Amazon Japan, and now when I do that, my account's always there ready to go. So like I've got stuff in my basket in Amazon US. Jess at Colouring Bumblebee, I think, has got a video of how to shop from Japan, and I think Coloured by Maya has as well, if you're interested in checking those out. Morning, Amy. We have... Oh, Amy, did you see a colouring page that she did when she was streaming last month? And did you see that Jess coloured it in as well? How are you feeling, Amy? You've been a bit crook again, haven't you? Yeah, I think Holly recommended an alternative to Amazon Japan to me the other day. I think it comes up as that Japanese craft store, Emma. So I'm just getting I'm just kind of like plotting out colour, and I'll come back and sort of add more layers and refine it as I go. But you know, like if I blur my eyes, I can sort of see what I'm going for with this pepper. If that makes sense. I blur my eyes a lot. I don't know whether that's good. Does everybody else look at the colouring with their eyes squint and they go, oh yeah, it looks great. But then when you actually don't, when you don't blur your eyes, you see all imperfections, don't you? Sometimes it's best when you can't see properly. So I am just having a go. Remember, guys, if you've just come in, I'm not a professional artist. I'm not even an artist. I'm just having a go to celebrate World Art Day. My husband thinks I'm good at it, but he don't know. He don't see the stuff I see on social media, you know. I know what good is. Oops. Oh, I've just brought my first pastel. They should all be like that if I were a true artist.
Oh, yeah, no, but I'm a semi-professional gallery enthusiast.
I was saying to Mr. Pens recently that I would like to go to some galleries. I used to visit art galleries quite a bit before I met Mr. Pens, because Mr. Pens he's not really into that stuff.
What?
Going to art galleries. But I can tell you something. Listen to this. The National Gallery in London, we could go there. They've got a restaurant for after your visit, and it's the best Yorkshire puddings I've ever had.
What is it, £42 a Yorkshire pudding?
It's something like that. Yeah, I had Sunday lunch at National Gallery after a visit, and the Yorkshire puddings were incredible. Don't like that green. It's not zingy enough.
What's the chicken dinners like?
Not as good as yours, love. Yeah, I noticed, Amy. I'm just reading that Amy's just said mental health's not been great, but she's done so much colouring. I've been seeing it coming up. You've been doing some phenomenal pages. Were they whips then that you'd just gone back to working on, or have you literally been colouring full pages like that? I ain't froze, I'm reading. So yeah, don't forget, just a big capital Q if you want to ask me anything.
I would, yeah.
Not you.
Auntie Chris, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to me then, love.
Yeah. I would enjoy it. I enjoy everything that Mrs. Pens takes me to, because I know she enjoys it. So yeah, I do.
Can you hear Greg in the background?
I don't know whether to talk or to type. It's weird.
It's a funny situation, isn't it?
Oh, Amy says no whips, just full pages.
Wow, Amy. Thank you, babe. This is what I needed.
Not even all of them. This
is what I needed. When I don't have to look up if you're reading to me. Oh, that's the wrong green, Joe. Oh yeah, it's very messy, isn't it? Pastel. Blooming heck.
Fruity.
Look at it, it's all dripping down there. I mean, I'm not bothered about making a mess, but I bet this is why it's not popular. Because there's not a lot of people like even using it for the backgrounds, I don't think, is there?
You think a lot of people use pastels outdoors?
Oh, you mean like landscape?
You know,
artists.
so it doesn't matter about the mess.
Maybe. It's quite annoying that, but it's just what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. That's better. That green. Yeah, believe it or not, guys, that it's going to be an amazing piece of art, this, when I've finished.
Marissa said you're going to need a drop cloth at this rate.
I know. Oh, a little light blow there. I'm probably breathing in all the toxins. Can anybody send the Japanese craft store link to Yvonne? Hello, yep, welcome. Is there anybody else I've missed? Alexandria, Alex and Riag. Alex, I'm going to call you. I believe the Japanese craft store is just an alternative to Amazon US if you're into colouring books and ordering some colouring books. So we were talking about what makes an artist. I wonder what your view is, Amy. What makes an artist? What makes you an artist? We were sort of saying, is it somebody who earns a living through their art? Is it somebody who enjoys it and just just practices it a lot?
I were always under the impression that most artists that we know.
Which artists do we know?
No, I don't.
Oh, you mean like
know,
artists like what that we know of, like
Picasso.
Picasso.
Yeah, their art only produced money once they died.
Yeah, many artists only became. That was the case with Van Gogh, I think, wasn't it? I don't know about many more. I watched some art documentaries when I go to bed on a night. There's a great channel called Great Art. Is it Greatest Art Explained? And I watched a fascinating documentary on Mark Rothko, who was an American artist. I think I've got to watch what I say on YouTube. But I think he decided not to stay with us in the land of the living. And he did a lot of pieces that some people would say, people who I guess I would say a limited understanding of art or limited exposure to art would say that's not art. And do you know something? I respect everybody's opinions. I've never been one to force my opinion on anybody. I don't think that's necessary. More the kind just to agree to disagree. But I thought he were a fascinating character. So I'm just getting down some base colours at the moment with this. I've no idea what I'm doing. It's the first time I've used pastels. I think, like in middle school, the thing before high school, I feel like I can remember using pastels there. Or charcoal, it might have been charcoal. Yeah, sorry about that, EP. I don't know about subtitles on live. My bad. Sorry, I'm not very experienced. I could have put subtitles on, I suppose. Amy says, art is just being creative. Anybody can be an artist. Therefore, yeah. I'm never happy saying I'm an artist, and that's just because I feel I'm not, because I don't participate in it enough. I don't do enough of it. But when I'm doing this, I would say I'm being very arty. I'm being very arty. So I was quite pleased with my oil pastel picture. And I'm wondering if I'm going to have a similar feeling after I finish this. I'm doubting it at the moment, but I'm having fun. Oh really? So Tamara says that she heard somebody say that when you look at your colouring page and can see the finished colouring, you've changed from a colourist to an artist. Yeah. What do you think to when people say art evokes something, so it'll evoke a thought or a feeling? I would agree with, you know, some great art that I love. I would say that's true. It makes you feel something, but I don't think, I suppose it doesn't have to, certainly not at my level anyway.
Alexandria says, why did you pick peppers?
Why did I pick peppers? Because this is my ingredients for tomorrow night's tea. Or dinner, as you may call it, wherever you are. But tomorrow night we're having Spanish chicken, which is, it's like a paella. It's peppers and onions and garlic. I like mushrooms in it as well, which isn't very Spanishy, but fried, fried with chorizo and some bacon lardons, and then I sear my chicken thighs with the skin on, so they're nice, just the skin's really crispy. And then I build my dish. I just add loads of arborio rice into the dish, sit my chicken on top, and I cover the rice in stock, trying not to splash my chicken skin, so it stays nice and crisp. And that's what we're having tomorrow night. So these are my ingredients for that dish.
Two birds with one stone.
Two birds with one stone, yes. So I'm going to try. I should have picked just one thing to do really well, like an apple. Or I could have picked one pepper and just drawn a pepper really well. It's not too late to do that because I've still got it in the fridge. So I could sit it on my desk and you know, do a pepper.
It's tomorrow's dinner, fingers.
I'm just reading what Amy's put in there. I also think sometimes we assume our creations must have value, as in monetary value, to be valid art. It can sell its perfect shade and it gets so many likes, etc. But those explorations that aren't perfect are still valid art. I agree with that. I agree with that. For me, I really love testing my own limits and sort of, sorry, I love testing my own limits and seeing what I'm capable of, and, you know, trying to push myself a little bit more. I thought I'd just play around because I haven't played with smudging yet, so I thought I'd just have a little smudgy. As it's my first time with, first time with pastels, doing anything except scraping them onto a background. Look at how messy you get though. It's finding a clean finger. I found this with oil pastels as well. Oh, see, now I can see how you could become reasonably happy with yeah, I should have done like just one bigger pepper. I would have liked to have worked on that. So maybe I'm inspired for future. And this is obviously nowhere near finished, this pepper. It's detail you struggle with pastels, isn't it? Do you need details, or do you just need how would you say, an impression of what is, an impression of what's there? I love that we're just talking about art on World Art Day. I'm glad I've done this just to open up a conversation about it, because it flows totally alongside what we do in adult colouring, doesn't it? And does anybody know who's been around for a while? Maybe, I know, Amy, you've been going some years. Does anybody know where the term colourist in adult colouring came from? Who coined that term? Why are we called colourists, and why aren't we called colouring book artists? Is it because we're not creating art in this colouring books, do you think? Or I'd be interested to know your thoughts on that. Are any of you guys enjoying a tipple tonight? Or a cheeky gin and tonic or anything like that? Glass of wine? I am a little bit thirsty, me love, if you were going in the kitchen for out.
Anything for you?
Stop pretending to be. You're such a. So it's gone to his head. All feedback after that last video. It's gone to his head completely.
Well, you know I never say no to you anyway.
You never say no to me, I know, but you should now and again. Even I would advise that.
I did try it once. That's why I still say yes to you.
Give up.
There was one time when I said no.
Yeah, thanks, guys. If you commented on the last video where Greg made his debut, can I just say thank you while he's in kitchen? He has been like a dog with two cocks. Can't say that on YouTube. Since, because I think he enjoyed himself a little bit. He's not going to make an habit of it, but he did enjoy it. I've said to him maybe once a month, if an idea comes to me, I won't force it, but if I have an idea and I think it'll suit him being involved, like I've been asking him if he'll do a colour with me, you know, like I do with Everly. And he has actually coloured. When I first got all my markers, he was dead interested in them, you know, my alcohol markers. And he coloured a page in, what's the penguin, Coco Wyo one, Cozy Cuties, is it? He coloured a page in that. And he's it's really quite good with the old alcohol markers. Right then, so what's my answer to this question about colourists then? Let's have a look. You're not reading my answers to me, love. How much you're busy getting me a drink?
I would pouring you a wine.
I think in animation they use colourists maybe. What are you laughing at, Emma? My turn of phrase, my choice of phrase. Hi, Joe and chat about colourist. I've always assumed the community borrowed the term from the comics industry, where the person who specialises in colouring the image is called the colourist. It is a store in the UK, Amy, and this Greg is spelt the same as that store as well, with 2 G's at the end. It's uncanny. I never thought there'd be an actual Greg with 2 G's at the end, like the pasty shop.
It's because my name isn't short for Gregory. It is just Greg.
Yeah, it's Scottish, I think, isn't it? I just figured colourists came from comics. As they have inkers and colourists. Right, do you know something? This has been really good to ask that. I've been wondering that for 6 months. Can I ask you another question? Oh my God, this is so good that you're all here. Totally unrelated to a World Art Day, but let me move some of these pastels.
Can I just answer Alex Tiller?
Alex, yeah, what's your answer to Alex?
Has she ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
Has Alex ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
Yeah.
Oh, is this because that's like a joke about what's it called, that show?
Mighty Boosh.
Mighty Boosh, yeah. Mighty Boosh.
Yes, I know Greg.
He loves a bit of the old Mighty Boosh. Hi, Chris. I'm just having a go, Chris. Just having a little go, working out how to use soft pastels, which I've only ever used in the background before. The other question I was going to ask is, can somebody tell me why we call destashing? I don't get that. Is it because we call our whole collection a stash, and then if we're taking books out of it, we're destashing? Where does destashing come from? I don't know why these things. These are questions that I ask myself, but yeah. I feel a need to know. Right, that's a little bit.
Amy said, I don't know if it came from there, but we also use destashing and stashing as a term in the yarn communities. What's a yarn community?
Probably like crafting with yarn, so knitting and crochet.
Okay.
Stash too big, destash. Got you. Right. Okay, right. I've got another one, and Holly knows about this little pet peeve of mine. Right, I've got another one to ask you. Why on earth do we call whips? Because for me, a work in progress is the thing that's currently on my desk that I'm working on. That's the work that is currently in progress. But why, when we put a work in progress aside and we leave it for a little bit, why do we call it a whip, a work in progress then? So I call my work in progress, this is my current work in progress because it's in progress. If I put it away, I call it a wob, work on the back burner. So does anybody know why we call it whips? Can you tell I'm an overthinker? Yes, a wob. Thanks, Chris. This one's getting cut tomorrow. Yes, work in stasis. UFOs are unfinished objects. Ah, right, Holly. So Holly says it's maybe because it's encouraged us to finish it someday if we still call it in progress. What do we have any potters in the house? You know, pottery wheel enthusiasts. I've got a small pottery wheel upstairs. It's not like a professional thing. It's quite heavy though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it does the job, but it's not like a great big solid permanent thing. You can move it around. But I've only used it once.
We got it so we could recreate Ghost, didn't we?
Yeah, so we could recreate the scene from Ghost. That's exactly why we got it, love. That is exactly why we got it. But do we have any potters? I'd like to give that a try again, because that's a form of art, isn't it? A bit of the old pottery. I'd like to put some blue in this green here, because I'm enjoying the blue in the red. you know something? I'm actually enjoying how this is coming along. Just focusing on getting the light and the shade on it is, I guess it's just good practice and good for the mind, isn't it? So if that's all I get out of this ain't gonna get finished obviously tonight. But I'll post a picture to celebrate World Art Day on where I'm up to with it. Stickles make autumn laugh. Curious Minded Seeker says, I picked up the term hibernate from the yarn community for a project I might finish, but I'm not done with for the foreseeable future. I used to do clay in high school. Jennifer, that doesn't surprise me of you. It sounds to me like you've had a lot of fingers in pies. Do you know Jennifer was the only
Clay pies.
No. Jennifer was the only person, when I was quite new to YouTube, I did a little tag, but it didn't catch on. As many of my tags at the time didn't catch on. But when it was Inktober, you know, for the artist community, the ink artists, they celebrate October as Inktober, and they do challenges. Well, I did colouring Inktober, and the idea was you just put your colouring book aside for a quick session and just tried to illustrate something sort of as a nod to the illustrators that we love. And Jennifer did it. So Jennifer did her video, and I thought her picture came out fantastic. So thank you, Jennifer. I have never forgot that you picked up on my tag. It was fantastic. She did a lovely picture that would have been gorgeous in her child's bedroom, actually. How many people have we got in the chat? I didn't expect 52. That's all right. Didn't expect it to be too busy. I just because you know, at the end of the day, we like colouring, don't we? We're not as much as a whole. I mean, we're not as much into art, are we? We do like us colouring. I'm loving just working with this you know, sort of the light and the shade on the page. Really enjoying it. I would highly recommend this. It's quite therapeutic. Quite therapeutic. Very messy though. I think at the moment I would say I prefer oil pastels slightly in terms of using them. Just slightly.
Is it Alex Tiller or Ilex?
I don't know. Is it Lex Tiller?
Yeah. They call their nips nonsense in progress.
Yeah, do you know something? The side of these, because they're new, they don't feel nice on the paper sometimes. You really need to get to the you know, to the past the outside bit. So has anybody done a pastel painting before? I would love to see it if you don't want to show it, but you want to send me it in private. I can't look now, but I'd love to see after if you have done that. Yeah, it's really quite nice when you get to like smudging in with your fingers a little bit. I like the smudgy smudge. Ah, somebody says the fancy glass blowing.
I just read that.
Do you guys get the shows that we get over here? We have like Great Pottery Throwdown, which is like Great British Bake Off, but for pottery. But we also there's an American one that's called
Blown Away.
Blown Away.
Blown Away.
We've watched every
that.
season of that. It's really good, isn't it? The glass blowing thing. What's that on? Is it on Netflix? Can't remember.
Yeah, or Prime.
See, there's so many people with art history that we're watching colouring that we don't know about. Like Jennifer's just saying there, her entire senior year was half art courses. And a graduating project was an Alice in Wonderland painting that she still has to this day. I've still got all my graphic design portfolio in the loft as well. We keep these things, don't we? And did you know that Hollyberry Colours studied, I think she studied in UK as well, correct me if I'm wrong, Holly, but she studied digital art. So there's a wealth of talent amongst in this colouring community that we don't even know about. What are you laughing at, love? Have you read something?
I'm laughing at him. He burped at me and then like held it in and looked at me as if to say like, that smells like rocket.
Great pottery throwdown is Autumn's dream, and I've only done hand building and never used a wheel. Well, you can pick those little starter wheels up quite cheaply. I made a perfectly good bowl on it. So I don't obviously have anything to fire it, so it has to be like air dry clay. But I use it to put my knickknacks in. But that's the only, you know, like many things with me, adult colouring is just one of the things that happens to have stuck, because I do get into things and I sometimes only try it once. But
yeah, the pottery wheel was good though, because you made something with your nephew, Freddie.
Yeah, I made something with our Freddie. He loved it.
When he gets to an age
Yeah.
to be able to use it, it'll be brilliant for grandkids.
Yeah, Everly will be really into doing pottery. She's not far off having a first go, really. I think she's pretty much old enough to give it a go now.
If she can concentrate for longer than 3 seconds.
Yeah, kids have a very short attention span, don't they? I don't have children, so like it's been a education getting to know my grandkids as they grow up. But yeah, don't kids have some kids have a really short attention span. Everly's getting a lot better though now. Right, so I am liking these 2 peppers, but not the yellow ones so much. Alexa, stop. But that's, what time is it? 8 o'clock. That's Alexa.
Joanne,
Alexa, stop.
here is your...
She's reminding me to check my blood pressure. Shall I check my blood pressure with you all? I've got to check my blood pressure for 5 days and tell the doctor what it is before he'll put me back on my HRT. Don't let me forget after I've done it, love. Right, I'm going to move on to this onion just because I fancy playing with some different colours. So...
Oh, Curious Minded Seeker says there's a YouTube channel if we're interested about glasswork and stuff in craft in America.
I tell you what, in YouTube, fantastic for anything art based. I watch a lovely lady called Jenna Rainey who does watercolour art. She's fantastic. I love her. But in it, a great place, YouTube. I just love it. And you know something? Once till I started colouring, really, and gardening, I would say, last couple of years, that I just realised that I don't really watch any normal TV anymore. It's all YouTube. Just love it. Just think it's fantastic. I'll tell you what I have realised though this week. Don't get notified about mentions. Just speaking to any other YouTube creators in the chat, you don't get notified about mentions consistently, do you? And I never think to check them. And I got one notification, and then when I looked at my mentions, there were about 25 people mentioned me in videos, and I feel terrible because I haven't blooming watched them. So I've been trying the last couple of days to get through watching them all. But yeah, my YouTube don't notify me. So if anybody has mentioned me, I will be getting to it now. I've realised I've got to get into the habit of remembering to do that. Charcoal to me feels like it would just, sorry, I'm just talking to a curious-minded seeker. Charcoal to me, I remember charcoal from school. It just feels like it would crumble as soon as you look at it. So delicate, I thought, charcoal. That's how it felt to me. But I'm going way back, like 30 years at least, or more, since I've used it. Yeah, it's really messy, Chris. Now, Catherine, Kath, my friend Kath there, saying she's highly intolerant to peppers. Now, is that you don't like the taste of it, or do they do something to you? Do they send you into some sort of like anaphylactic shock or something? I was talking to Auntie Chris, but Chris, I would love to speak to you too. This is going to turn into a big mess, Chris. I can feel it. I've got some workable fixative that I love, actually. I think the Winsor & Newton workable fixative. I've used it in my colouring books. I think it's fantastic. So if anybody's looking for a workable fixative, I haven't tried others, but I can tell you that I've tried that one and I've had no problems. I don't have any transfer on my pages. Well, I've used pastel, done soft pastel backgrounds. This here is an onion, believe it or not. Are any of you guys in the collab, in the fantasy world? Full book collaboration. I've got 3 spaces left for collaboration. 3 spaces left for collaboration 1, 3 in Mermaid's Bay. If anybody were thinking about it, but it's on fence. Don't commit if you don't commit if you're not ready to commit. And don't forget, there's always collaboration 2, which has a deadline of the middle of August. Collaboration 1's deadline would be the middle of June, so you have to work out when your book's coming. But us guys in the collaboration 1 chat, very, very excited. People have started getting the books now. Today, a lot of people got the books today, I think. So, yeah, I'm super happy for all those people. But yeah, I've got 3 places left in Mermaid's Bay chapter. The only thing about this collaboration is you need to be prepared to colour whatever page you're given, because we're doing it randomising the pages. You can choose your you could choose your chapter preference between Magic Meadows, Mermaid's Bay and Royal Kingdom. That looks a bit like an onion, doesn't it? So I like this pastel game, you'll have to have a go if you've not.
Auntie Chris said you can just call her Auntie to make it easier. And also, she said, are you working from reference or freehand? Either way, you're killing it.
For anybody who is just joined, I will show you that I'm working from this picture that I took this week after we went grocery shopping, or rather as after my husband went grocery shopping. We're working from this picture that I took of the vegetables as he brought them home. So I just sliced one of the peppers in half. I don't think I'm going to include the garlic. I think it looks too contrived. What's it called? Why can't I, do you know, brain fog is just wild with menopause. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Composition. Yeah,
yeah.
it's the composition's a little contrived. I'm not, no expert at composition. I don't like the garlic. It looks too, it fills everything out too much. I might give it a go, but so far I'm not including it. But yeah, that's a picture I took on the kitchen side the other day. Before I put the shopping away, it's my ingredients for tomorrow night's dinner. But yeah, this is my first time with soft pastels, and it's just, for me, it's just about getting used to how they feel. Because I've only ever used them as a background. But I'd like to feel a bit more confident with, I did this, if I don't know, sorry if you saw it at the beginning, but this is my first time I'd used oil pastels. I had to go there the other day with this, and I did some fruit, same scenario. I didn't finish it though. It needs extra work, down here to give some shadow and some extra detail there. But I'm really pleased with elements of it. But yeah, just again, I'd bought my soft pastels and my oil pastels at the same time, both Montmartre through Amazon. Montmartre, is that how you say it? And I tried, like I opened the box up, got a bit of paper and tried the oil pastels, and I thought, oh my God, they're nothing like what I thought they were going to feel like. I thought they were going to feel more silky like gel crayons. So I was really disappointed, and I kind of thought they're just dry, and they put my teeth on edge trying to move them on a piece of paper. So I put them back in box and never thought again about them until the other day, and I got them out and I did that picture. And what I did was I put them on the radiator. I've got a radiator cover that's just at the side of me, under window, and I just stood them on there while I was using them, and for a couple of hours before, and I think it softened them up lovely. And now I love them. So they were sat there for 6 months in my sort of, amongst all my bits and bobs, and I've never used them. Such a waste, waste of time that I could have been practicing with them. So I won't make that mistake again. I'm gonna use things more now, I think, because if you don't use them, you never will get used to them. But that just showed that my initial response to them was wrong. I didn't give them a chance. And same with these, I've only really used them for backgrounds, and I'm sure they've got way more potential. I'm enjoying what I'm doing here. It's one of them, like I say, if you blow your eyes, it looks all right. These two are a bit, you can see I'm avoiding them. Hello, Jeanette, have you just come in? Holly, are you telling me you cannot twerk in the chat on YouTube? It doesn't let you twerk.
How do you twerk?
If you ever chat to Holly on Instagram, she's got the most amazing, what's it called, gifs or stickers. She has loads of twerking sort of emoji things. It's neat seeing you work through the vegetables. I'm the same when I'm eating as well. But it's not neat. I'm eating. I think I need a bib when I'm eating food. Don't know whether it's my boobs or what, but I've been cursed with the shortest arms in the world. You guys can't see, but I've got the shortest arms in the world. My husband calls me a T-Rex because they are so short, but I've got decent boobs, so decent sized boobs. So the reach past my boobs with my short arms is not much. And I think when I'm eating, we don't have a dining table. Our house is so small. So we have little tables that we sit on the couch, and we eat on these tables. And I miss my mouth all the time.
Don't know.
And it always lands on my boobs. Oh, I do use a tea towel like a bib, Jeanette. That's true. You can't take me to a restaurant. My idea of hell would be going, no, I do love eating out, actually. Years ago, before I met before I met Mr. Penn's. I used to eat out at some nice places actually because I'm into my food. But these days, no, I'm much more comfortable eating at home. Right? Do you know this red pepper on this image is absolutely glorious, and I'll never ceases to amaze me the colours that nature produces. Just look at the colour of that red pepper. Sorry about the ring light. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to see if I can get that colour in these pastels. Now, I'm not working with a swatch or anything. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go the wildest pink. This is, look at that. Stunning. Right, I'm just going to go for it. It's otherworldly. I'm going to go for this wild sort of pastel cerise colour. Yeah, don't panic, hub. Do not panic.
You're crazy.
He thinks I've lost my mind. But you just watch here now, look. It's gonna be, oh my god, I'm really feeling it. Let's go in with a bit of this. Oh no, that's a step too far. That is a step too far on the purple side. Just hang in there. It's all gonna be all right. Look at that. Some of you might know that I grow, well, I'm not doing so much this year. We're giving the garden a break because we're thinking about getting another puppy dog. We haven't told Rocket yet, actually, so I should be quiet. So I'm not growing as much this year, but I've just harvested my first batch of a perennial broccoli that I grow today. I don't know what made me say that. Oh yeah, I usually grow these spring onions that are bright pink on the bottom, called Lilia. Just nature just never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. What's happening in chat then? Are you still keeping an eye on it, my love?
Yeah, trying.
Good lad. Hey. I'll have to do something nice for you for doing this for me, won't I? Shall I do you fancy me doing a balloon dance at bedtime? Or a fan dance? Shall I do a fan dance?
What's a fan dance?
You know, like an exotic dance, like what they'd do in a James Bond movie when he used to go to a bar in Marrakesh or something, and there'd be a belly dancer doing a fan, you know. Shall I do the dance of the seven veils for you? No. I'm not selling it. Don't hurt yourself, Joe. Oh dear. Hey, I used to dance for Mr. Penn's, you know. That's how I got my name. When we first got together, we used to have such, I mean, my husband's really a lot of fun, you know. He makes me laugh every day in my blooming life. But when we met, we used to have a few gin and tonics together in house. Because we met only a few years before COVID, so we were still really datey when COVID happened. So we used to have a few drinks in house together. And we put music on, and I used to think I was some sort of awesome dancer. I used to dance on fireplace half, didn't I, for you?
Yeah, but you were too drunk to remember it half the time.
Oh dear. And then yeah, that were me dancing on fireplace half. And oh, that's a step too far. I'm looking for a particular colour. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I like dancing. My husband's a really good dancer as well. Fantastic dancer. Used to be a raver, big into his rave in the 90s. Did other countries enjoy rave? I know Europe were a big raving nation, raving continent. What about What about America and Australia? Did you guys rave a lot in the 90s? Things are getting steamy in the pen's pen. In the pig pen. Yeah, so he called me Piggy because at that time Sing was out, and he said I reminded him of you know, the housewife Piggy when she dances on stage. So then he started calling me Piggy, and it's just stuck.
And you eat all my biscuits.
They eat all your biscuits. Oh dear. Do you have any more questions? I don't know. It's not as if you can like ask the expert with me, is it? But yeah, anything that anybody wants to know about anything, just ask away. Your younger friends go to raves nowadays. 1 hour in any sort of party setting will probably put me in a coma. Yeah, I'm same. Does anybody find that since COVID, you venture out? I hope this isn't the case because I'd like to think it's not. But you venture out and you just can't wait to get home. I don't know what it is. I used to really be a bit of a social butterfly, but now I think since COVID, it's made us just a bit more. We just love us home. Well, I love my home. Just love being at home.
Emma said, question, dance tutorial, question mark. Maybe not. Maybe. We'll not.
Yeah.
Not dismiss the idea. Depends how many wines.
We could do some salsa together, love. I'm gonna try and rescue these 2 yellow peppers because just because I should try, shouldn't I? Really, I should try. Mag, are you still in chat? How's your drawing going? I know you were drawing earlier. Absolutely fantastic it was as well. I feel quite honoured to have seen the work of Magnetara Pulsar. I'll tell you what the problem is with this. The inside of these, it's difficult to place the colour. You guys are probably hearing, I was just thinking, you're probably hearing a lot of is it quite irritating, the sound of the pastels on the live? I never really thought about that. No, I'm not a fan of crowds either, but I am like 5'1", and what I find now when we go to our local, our nearest sort of shopping mall would be Sheffield's Meadow Hall, which is just like a big shopping centre or shopping mall, as you guys in America might call it. But I find when I go there, I can't see anything because the crowds are so vast. All I can see is people's backs. I literally can't see anything, and it's same in supermarket in aisles. If it's busy, I just can't see out because I'm so short. I once made Greg sort of bend down and come to my eye level, in a crowd, and he couldn't believe the difference it was because he's quite tall. Oh yeah, is Coachella still going on, or is it finished? That's the thing these days, isn't it? The old Coachella. Especially if you're like an influencer. So tell me, and you can be dead honest, I want you to be really honest with me. Has this all encouraged you to get out your supplies and maybe try a little bit of art yourself? I don't mind if it hasn't, because this was about challenging myself. I've got some excellent challenges lined up for summer as well. Some wonderful summer challenges coming this way. I'm always at armpit level, Kath. I can feel you. 5'1 3/4 on a good day. We would be the same size, I think. Oh, you too, Chris. Have a lovely evening. Don't you fancy getting back into your digital art? What's that red mark there? Oh, I've done that, haven't I? Yeah. Don't you fancy getting back into your digital art, Holly? I don't really understand what that is. Do you want to tell us a bit about it? I'd be fascinated to learn something new. So is this you? I think I have asked you before, obviously, but for the benefit of others, what is digital art? Is it anything that you would create on paper, but you just do it digitally? So you do it with the benefit of computer programs and assistants like that, or is it just using the surface of a screen to still illustrate on? I'd love to know. Do you know a curious minded seeker? Jackie at Spare Room Studio. She just inspires me no end. I just love watching her. I think she's fantastic. I get a lot of joy out of watching. Oh dear. Heavy-handed as always, Jo. Hey Mag, for me it was your granddaughter who inspired me to bring out the crayons and pastels. It was so lovely to watch. She absolutely loves being on YouTube, you know. Keep thinking I'm going to get into trouble for child exploitation. Can you say stuff like that on YouTube, even just like in passing like that?
No.
Yeah, I've got to be careful what I say, haven't I? She absolutely loves it. And I'm really glad she's now taking home things that she's learnt here. Her slippers, she was wearing some slippers with her other nanny. With her other nanny. She was at her house and she had some slippers on that she got for Christmas and they broke. I think they were like fluffy slippers or something, some sort of fabric thing, and they broke. And so a nanny says, "Oh, do you want me to help you fix them?" And she went, "No, I can do it myself because Granny Jo showed me." And that just made me absolute day. Loved it. So I love that the things I do with Everly stay with her. Or they're starting to now. She's getting on a bit because she's 6 now. So she's, you know, she's a lot older. Just seeing what kind of detail you can add. Would I be right in thinking then, as I've got some pit pastel pencils, would these work on top of these pastels? Let me just try with the orange somewhere. Yeah, a little bit. Wasn't talking of crayons, wasn't blooming Cat and Paste? Isn't she fantastic with those Crayola crayons on you know, she was doing those Winnie the Pooh pictures. She don't do YouTube now, does she? But God, yeah, she used to do some fantastic stuff with crayons, didn't she? I am having so much fun. This is going to be a staple in my month now, just having a couple of sessions where I do something like this, because it's feeding me mindless. It's not mindless, but you know when you just get lost in something, you just keep working on it and working on it and working on it. That's more like that. Making a right old mess though. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone, aren't you, Chris? Who's got 9 grandkids? Nikki, you've got 9 grandkids. I don't know why I'm amazed. You've only got to have 3 or 4 kids, haven't you? Say 3 kids who have 3 kids. Wow. We struggle to, we've got 3 grandkids and we struggle to make sure we fit them all in, you know, in having them over and sleeping over. We've got a spare room that's dedicated to grandkids. What time is it, please, sweetheart? Is it? Oh, we're going to stay until about 9, if that suits everybody. You can get up and enjoy your families. But it's been so nice talking about art and what we make of it, and what we think, you know. Now I know I can officially call myself an artist. I want you to kind of put that every time you refer to me, please. Can you call me Piggy Pen's artist? Joking. No, never. Somebody said somebody in chat today, and it wasn't you, Holly, although you use the term as well. Somebody referred to me as an influencer, and I had to say, please don't call me that. Please, I'm not I don't ever want to be an influencer. It's not. Oh no, thanks. So yeah, talking about terms we don't like being called. Not that there's that wrong with influencers, but that's not me. I feel guilty when somebody says, "Oh, I've added that book to my list that you showed on your haul." I always feel a bit guilty. Although I had a lovely surprise this week where I woke up to an email from a brand wanting to send me some of their products and that's the first time that's happened. So that were a nice milestone, because I think they must. I don't know. They must. Maybe it's because I've just got over 3,000 subs or something like that. But it was nice to end up on the list. And it's something that I wrestle with, the idea of doing that, you know, reviewing stuff. But it was nice certainly for them to want to send me something. But then that's when you start becoming an influencer, isn't it? Because I have to be honest. If you agree to promote something, you are then becoming a saleswoman, aren't you? That's something I'll have to think about if I ever do that. And that's, as you know, I came here for friendship, and that's always going to be the be all and end all for me, because I have such a lovely husband who keeps me in pencils, as you know. I don't need, you know, I'm not bothered about not getting the freebies. What's your thoughts on all that, guys? What do you think to the age of influencing? Not specific to me. Hey, Blue Daisy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you'll do for me, Lex Tiller. That's a lovely thing to say. Oops. Guys, what colours can I use for shadows with green? I'm using blue here. What other colours can I use for shadows? Shall I try something a bit more? Autumn, the artists in the house will definitely know, those that are familiar with the colour wheel. What other colours could I use as a shadow colour with green? Shadow colours are always good if they're cool colours, aren't they? On the cooler scale, you can just call me Lex. Okay, Lex. Hi, Amy. So Curious Minded Sig says, yes, Chris, I think there is a difference in the art space between people accepting products for review and those that clearly will promote whatever is sent. I trust Joanna Motives. Yeah, I think, you know, because what I've always said, and I discuss a lot with my colouring bestie, Holly. So when we both started as channels, she started quite a bit after me, but we've always talked about things like this and what if scenarios. I hope, Holly, you don't mind me saying this. I won't. I'm talking about me, my opinions. But I've always sort of said to Holly, they would have to be prepared to send me something, and I and they would have to understand that it's probably may only happen one time, because I replied to the company and I said, yeah, do you know what? I'd love to try them out, but I need you to know that I'm a beginner in my first year of adult colouring, so that would be the perspective that I'm coming from, and I'm also only ever fair and honest when I review anything. If you still want to send me stuff, you can do, and I were ready to decline if they came back and said, okay, this is what we want, we need you to say these phrases, you know, there's this script, and we need you to do this by this time, and we need you to do 2 posts. If it were like that, I'm totally ready to say no, because something everybody must know, if you don't already, is anybody getting sent free stuff, they're not winning. The brand is definitely the winner, because to promote some markers or pencils or whatever, you've got a couple of hours work planning a video, you've got a couple of hours work filming a video, and you've got up to, and I'm not exaggerating, if you want a slick edit, you could be editing a video for about 4 hours. So they're getting a day's work out of you. And if all the markers or whatever the what cost is like $39.99, that's less than minimum wage. So just bear in mind, it's not a good deal for the content creator, I don't think. If you enjoy YouTube creation, I do. I do my videos anyway, don't I? Because I enjoy it. That's why I do it. So it's not a chore to me. But if you do it, if you're trying to make a living and your YouTubing is your job, who wants to be working for free? Nobody does, do they? So if you've made a job out of YouTube, this is how I see it anyway. If you've made a job out of YouTube, those deals have to be worthwhile to you. And I think you can tell the content creators that that do see it as a job, and you know, compared to those that don't. And I love them all. I watch all sorts of different creators. I watch some that are professional, you know, like professional. That it's like it's like watching a TV program. When I'm in mood for that kind of slick sort of, what's it called? What's it called? What am I trying to say? My brain fogs at me again. You know, like where it's scripted and edited and really slickly and very professionally. Sometimes I'm in mood for that, but more often than not, I like to watch people that are like me, that are just at the same sort of stage, just trying to do the best colouring. And I don't mind if the fingers have a bit of nails or anything. I don't care. Did I tell you somebody? I think I told you, didn't I? Somebody pulled me up on my nails and said if I'm going to carry on making videos, I need to get a manicure. Oh, did you see me grey hair come into shot then? Banged my head on my lamp. Yeah, they said I need to get a manicure, and I were a little bit. I thought, all them blooming videos I've made, and everybody else who thinks that, because there'll be plenty of people that think that way, but everybody else just moved on, you know, to another video. But that person just couldn't stop themselves having to type it and tell me. I've always been paranoid about my nails since I did this. But you know, and I hope she don't mind me saying this. Well, I won't say who, but there's another creator that has, and I think she suffers with a lot of anxiety. And her nails are really short, just like mine. I think she's definitely a nail biter, bless her. She's absolutely beautiful, beautiful human. And she was one of the first person I watched, and that inspired me. I thought, do you know what? If I can do this, and I only have to show my hands, I don't have to do my hair before I get in front of the camera and etc. I might enjoy it. And she inspired me because her nails, and she's got a really good channel and she's very popular. So I thought, well, people can't mind it too much, can they? So I'll give it a go, and the rest is history. I wouldn't mind being sent the new Faber-Castell Polychromos 140 set to review as well, Blue Daisy.
Yeah. Me too.
I can speak French and all. Is it French or rather German? I don't even know. Just said that, and I don't even know if Faber-Castell and German or French. Actually, the only German I know is rude, so I can't speak any of that German. Where's my darker red that I had? This looks crazy, doesn't it? This looks crazy. I've lost my dark red. I mean, where can it have gone? The German. Thanks, Amy. Yes. I know, Schnell. You hear that in movies, don't you? I think it means faster. Yeah, it's a funny thing, my nails. I know everybody sees it and probably thinks, her nails are bitten. And they're not pretty to look at. I know that. It's kind of, it can give some people the ick, and I don't mind that. Each to their own. But I just don't understand people who feel the need to say it. Did that make her feel better, do you think? You think that made her feel better, getting that out? Right, I've gone crazy with this light blue here. I need to definitely take that down somehow. Yeah, I don't like these. I don't know whether it's because they're cheap or if it's just... sorry, I don't mean I don't like them. I just mean I don't like that when you catch this, you know, this smooth side of them, they feel slidey. They don't feel chalky on that side. I don't like that. I feel like I kind of need to wear them down a bit. I never even looked for my answer when I asked what shadow could I use for green either. Chaotic lives with me. This is why I don't do regular lives. It's just chaos, absolute chaos. I think Greg's given up on reading me any messages out. I think he has, because his phone. I've just seen him with his eyes shut.
I was up at 4:30 this
I know
morning.
you are chicken. I know, darling.
Because I've laid down, it's got better in
I know, darling. Luckily, the adult colouring community is the most understanding community in Hobbyland, so you're all right. They don't mind if you fall asleep, love, and I don't mind either. Where have you been today?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you just stayed local, didn't you? You haven't been anywhere exciting today, then?
No. Just traffic.
Hi, Lisa. Oh, don't worry about it. I've got really thick skin, you know. So, and I'm quite a good, kind of pride myself on some jobs I had before this that were kind of involved a lot of, I never know how to describe this without it sounding negative. Debating. Yeah, debating. I'll go with debating. My jobs in the past involved a lot of debating and selling ideas to people, delivering bad news to people in a way that they didn't think it were bad news in the corporate world. So I'm quite good at making a good argument for things. So I always feel like I can respond in a way that generally I like to just make them feel a bit silly for saying what they've said. I know that sounds awful, doesn't it? But yeah, I just told her that she'd wandered into the wrong space. I said, we don't do that here. And I just said, congratulations, everybody else who thought the same as you. Moved on to the next video, but well done. Kind of, something like that. These are crazy. See, these are some crazy, vibrant chili peppers, aren't they? Do you know, Serena, I don't mind if you're not watching and you're just listening, because I've got a feeling that most people don't watch me. I do think they just listen, which is incredible considering my accent, but I think it's just because I constantly talk and there's no gaps. Because when I put something onto Colour, I want a long video, because for me, I like a long video. Not everybody does, but I like a long one because I don't want to break off what I'm doing to select my next video. So I like to put something on that's going to last a while, and I like to get lost in what they're talking about. It's like listening to an audio book, isn't it? So I know not everybody watches, and I know not everybody watches all the way through as well, and that's fine too. I've got so much out of this making videos on YouTube, you know, for you guys. Just it's fed something in me, and creativity wise as well, just getting into adult colouring, never mind YouTube. It's fed something in me. I've felt very fulfilled this last 6 months since I've been colouring, and even more so since I've started YouTube. Just felt so fulfilled. And to be sort of, to make friends and to feel sort of appreciated for something you make. I love it when people say they've laughed at videos, even if it's not meant to be funny. It just absolutely makes my day. Just absolutely love it. Oops. Yeah, I can't get enough of it. It's fab. Time check, please, my love.
It is 8:47.
Right. What should I try and... So tell me, give me some feedback, guys, and let's be honest. When I was in college, I did graphic design for 2 years in college level. College level isn't like university. College is like what you might do before uni. So I did graphic design for 2 years at college level, and we were always encouraged to criticize in a positive way each other's work. We used to sit around in a crit group and we'd, talk about positives and negatives. So why don't you give me some feedback? Obviously, bear in mind it's the first attempt. What am I missing that could make these sort of come to life a little bit more? And I might try it in this last 15 minutes. Yeah, it's funny, some people have said to me that they've gone to sleep if they've put one of my playlists on. They've gone to sleep listening to me because I think it maybe just sends some people off, and they've woke up still listening because they haven't put the sleep timer on the telly. And I'm just thinking, well, that's great. You've watched about 6 of my videos. I love the highlight on the onion as well. I think I could do with a touch more white on the red pepper, do you think? Yeah, grounding it. That will be good when I've got this chopping board in. I'm only going to be here for another 15 minutes or so I don't want to attempt that yet, but definitely grounding. And don't you just find that with colouring pages as well? Sometimes they're not grounded, either the illustration's kind of floating. It's always nicer when we've been in and we've kind of grounded it ourselves. It belongs in a soup. Like what do they call it? A gazpacho, cold Mediterranean soup. There is a chopping board. I've drawn it in, so I will just remind any newcomers what I'm kind of working with. This is a photograph I've taken. There you go. So let's put some brown lines in just for the chopping board, just so I've got somewhat of a, not a finished picture, because it's not going to be that today, unfortunately. Kind of brown do I like for this chopping board? Oops. That's it. That's more of that brown. Yeah, and some shadows. So yeah, I'm glad you've suggested me grounding it. So I'll get this in actually, because the shadows I find will be quite pleasing to do. So here I am, a woman on a mission. I mean, I'm not on a time limit, but I would like you guys to sort of see the end of it. Some sort of end to it before we all part company this evening. Has anybody worked on our hashtag? Myself and Holly's hashtag this month. I found it crazy hard, mate. I thought it was going to be easy. I was looking forward to April above all else. I thought it was a cracking idea for a theme. Oh my word, so hard. I found it hard doing pastel and hard doing darks. I've done a page for each this month, but yeah, I thought it was tough. This is a trust the process moment, people. This is definitely a trust the process moment. Let's get this in and then get some nice shadows in under that veg. So this is like a sliced piece of tree, this chopping board. So this is all bark round here. Trust the process, peeps. Smell that colour. Sorry I've gone quiet, it's me concentrating head again. This is very, very amateur at this point, this chopping board. Right, and it's kind of like a darker red in the centre. It's kind of like a reddish wood. You're doing pastel flowers and inklings, Jeanette. Lovely. Just tell you what else, some more good news I had. When I first ever, if you ever go back and watch my Colouring Confessions video, I know you'll have heard me talk about Holy Grail books a lot. If you watch me, that is. And I've always been very lucky enough to find all these Holy Grail books that I've wanted. I'd still very much love vintage my room, but I think that's almost an impossibility. But I mentioned an Australian book. Do we have any Australians? Oh, we won't have. They'll all be in bed now, won't they? 10 hours ahead. There's an Australian book called Wildscapes by a lady called Stephanie Holm. And that was my first ever, I want to find that book, kind of Holy Grail book. I ever talked has ever heard of it. But somebody must have watched that video. Lovely lady called Evelyn got in touch with me, and she found it locally. She found it online, but in her country, in Australia, because it's an Australian book. And she's been having a little look for me, bless her, and she's found it. And it's on her way to her now. So I think it's gone from Melbourne to where she lives. And she's got it for me, so she's picked it up for me. And I'm going to obviously pay her for it. But she's going to go to trouble of sending me it. And I'm going to pay for post. I'm going to pay for it and postage and that. But what a lovely look. This is what I mean about this community. Art people, blooming fantastic. So that's 6 months I've only been colouring 6 months, and I would say from 6 months, 5 months I've been after that. And I stopped mentioning it on videos because it was just nobody ever knew what we're talking about. She's found it in like a little shop that just had a website. So she got in touch with them and sort of said, can you tell me the condition of it? And they sent her a few photos, and she just bought it without, rather than lose it. She didn't even get in touch with me first. She just bought it. Just think she's such a sweetheart. So Evelyn, and this is somebody I'd never spoken to before. Never ever spoken to her before. Who just watches my videos, because what I'm finding is a lot of people watch, but they don't always comment. So you have these like lovely lurkers, and when they finally get in touch, and it's like that, it's beautiful. It's a lovely thing. Just right happy with folk, mate. People are grand. People are grand. Right, let's get some shadows in, because that always, this is obviously would be refined if it was going to be a finished piece of art. Yeah, oh really, Auntie Chris? Yeah, Wildscapes on Amazon US, one used copy for $155. That's crazy. Because I don't think it's I won't say it's highly sought after. Not a lot of people, I don't think. I think it went out maybe, it came out about 11 years ago, I think. And I saw it on, Peter Hewitt's channel. Is that how you say her name, Peter Hewitt? What has happened to her? I obviously weren't around when she was doing YouTube. Right, guys, what colour shall I use for my shadows then? So what colour is, I normally go for something cool, maybe like a dark blue when I'm doing shadows, but you know, what do you guys think? Do you think I should just go for a brown? I'm going to go in with what I think to start with. I can always go over it. So this is in total darkness down here. Oh, I've gone over that yellow there. See, I've got to be more careful. This is in total darkness. This is in total darkness. And I'm looking at my photo. So I'm going to try and get a bit smudgy with this. I mean, I've got quite small hands, me, but it's very weird not being able to get into little nooks and crannies. This is, I've got some shadow here. See, the light source will hear the window in my kitchen. So a lot of this is in darkness. Who's in prison, Yvonne? I've just looked at chat and seen it's prison as well. Oh, I love. Do you know?
Pristine.
Oh, pristine. Sorry.
Correct.
Sorry. I love that first fairy tales book of Emily's. You know, I think it's cracking book, that. As good as fairy tales and folklore. Ah, what have I done with this blue now, guys? Let me see if I can recover this.
Oh, it's a bluish hue.
It's a bluish hue.
Bluish.
I don't like that. Do you know something? Has anybody got good quality? Has anybody tried both budget pastels like this and something like Sennelier? And is it a marked difference? Because I know I don't use them enough to warrant buying anything, you know, high end, but just out of interest, because the sides of these are so annoying. Right. What are your guys? You've probably already said, but what are your guys' holy grail books? Like books that you would absolutely love to have, but you just don't think you'll ever lay your hands on them because they're so hard to find. How generous was it for Wendy to give up that copy of Vintage My Room as well for Colouring for Cancer? Unbelievable.
Oh, curious mind, because she's got one handmade soft pastel that was sent to her by accident in an order, and there's a big difference in how they feel to work with.
Really? Yeah, these are like, you know, where it's smooth. These are like, it's not breaking up like chalk, like a pastel. See how it's actually, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it, but it's shiny. It's almost as if you need to, in fact, where's my thing? It's even when I rub it on paper, it's almost as if I need to just, I'm making a right mess here, aren't I? But do you get what I mean? Yeah, that's better, you see.
You mean like rough it up?
Yeah, you need to rough it up. It's got like, it's almost got like a
Do you want me to get you a bit of my sandpaper?
No, love. Don't
You
you
know,
go
like
to any trouble. You just
No, but
chill.
like if you, I've got like sandpaper triangles for my sander, and you could have a fine one, and you can just ruffle it up before you use it. You could try it.
So does everybody agree that the world's best pastels are Sennelier? That's what everybody seems to say, isn't it? Is it right that they came about because the modern pastel came about because Picasso petitioned Sennelier to create something better, essentially? I believe the original pastels weren't the same sort of makeup. It's a blooming history lesson, isn't it, with me? History lesson. Don't quote me on any of it, though. That feels a bit more grounded to me. It's a bit crazy, but... Time check, please, my love.
3 minutes past 9.
3 minutes past 9, guys. I am gonna wrap up. Shall I sign my piece of art?
Not finished yet.
It's not, but I'm just having fun. I've had a practice with soft pastels for the first time ever, which has been wonderful. I've thoroughly enjoyed that aspect. I've had a practice with soft pastels, using them in a way that I've never used them before. So that's been nice. Oops. Ah, fudge. I'm going to have to correct that. Just give me a second, guys. I will be with you. So yeah, I've had fun with that. I've got nowhere near enough depth on these peppers here, but it'll do for now. It'll do for now. Sorry, I'm not looking in chat. It's out happening, Babs.
Everybody's saying it's brilliant. You must sign it.
I must sign it because we're talking about being artists there, aren't we? So, do you know, does anybody else find this as well? When they look at something, the colouring page or whatever, when they finish it, they think, but then the next morning when they see it, they always go, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh my God, I'm making a right mess. Oh, look at the state of my hands.
What
right, here we go
then. You need a manicure, that's what you need.
I need a manicure, yeah. Here we go. And voila, we have created art together. Well, you've kept me company while I've done this. And I'm chuffed to bits with it. I'll give it a good blow outside, and I'm gonna cover it in workable fixative. I ain't gonna do any more on it because like this was it for me. The enjoyment of it was what I was looking for. So you could work on something like this and carry on working on it, and working on it, couldn't you? But I'm just going to stop there, cover it with some workable fixative, and it'll go along with my oil pastel play from the other day, and it'll be a wonderful memory for me. This, when I look at this, I'll think of tonight with you guys, and I'm sorry I want a little bit more active and responsive with the chat. I think it's even harder doing this than colouring and keeping an eye on a live chat as well. Thank you to the husband for helping me this evening. He has been at work all day. He did well over 14 hours today, and then he came home and did that for me. He's an absolute diamond. I want to thank you all for kind of just being awesome as well in general, and been really supportive. You're amazing, amazing people. I appreciate every single one of you as well. You're just awesome. And I don't do these lives often, but no doubt there's going to be a summer challenge that might warrant me doing something like this maybe next month or month after. Let's see what folk are saying. Oh, how did you get on, Mag, with your picture? You won't believe it, but I think I'm pretty much done. Do you think you'll post that, Mag? And no pressure to do it, but God, it were good. I have to tell people Mag's a really good illustrator, certainly. Illustrator and artist. I've seen a drawing that she's done, and it was fantastic. So considering I usually spend 18 hours on a page, this is honestly crazy. I haven't felt this free and comfortable for a long time. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Mag. Because that's it, isn't it? Sometimes you just, I mean, I don't know what's done it for you, but just committing to doing this for you guys and then having to do it, I'd have probably found something else to do. If I'd have made the commitment only to myself, I'd have probably done something else. But I'm so glad I've done it. And I think, I've achieved something, haven't I? I've got an element of light and dark going on there. If that's all, if this is just a practice piece on how to capture a bit of light in pastel, I think I've achieved that. So yeah, I'm made up. I will say to her now, you guys are all lovely. Thank you for being so sweet about me and my husband as well. He means the absolute world to me. So the fact that you guys love him, if you guys didn't love him, I might have to get rid of him and trade him in.
Well, looking at your signature, I might have to have pens tattooed on my neck.
Yeah, you're going to have to change your name to Pens. Oh, thanks so much, Serena. Guys, the next challenge after this, what is it? Ooh, the 16th of May is the International Day of Light. And I've got some content coming up about light effects and light sources and just trying to inspire you to get practicing with that. So I hope you'll kind of join me along the way. Right, I will say bye-bye and let you all go. I keep looking at my laptop, which is that way. You're here, aren't you? So what will we say? Ta-ra for now. Silly guys. Oh yeah. Sorry, Annie's correct. World Africa Day on the 25th of May, is it?
May.
Or April. No, it's May. It's definitely May. Yeah, World Africa Day on the 25th of May. I'm doing some focus on black and dark skin tones because I have no idea what I'm doing with them. So I'm going to practice in the run-up in celebration of World Africa Day on the 25th of May. So don't forget that as well. Oh, Mag thinks she likes it enough to post, so I am going to keep refreshing magnatara.pulsar on Instagram. I'm going to keep refreshing her post, her Instagram tonight in case she posts that. I would love to see it. It looked fantastic. The illustration looked fantastic. Ta-da for now. Bye. I need to do my music, my disco music. I don't know how it goes, but I love it. Dancing fingers, dancing fingers, dancing fingers, dancing fingers. Oh, I don't need an outro, do I? I can just stop the live. Oh, do you like it, love?
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it? I've made a right mess. Bye. Right. Stop.